Whitney, unfortunately, no. There's not. I mean, we have Adobe Bridge, but Adobe Bridge can be considered to be a digital asset manager. However, it's more for individual use. There's not really a team um, capabilities. So that's out. And I say digital asset management because that's what we're after here. You're looking, this is a great question. These are great questions. What you're referring to is called a digital asset manager. And I'd like you to do a web search on digital asset manager. DAM is the acronym. The reason I say that is because you are going to be using a digital asset manager when you get your first job out of college, out of design school, right? So it'd be great for you to learn what a digital asset manager is. Basically what it is it's a software that grants access as you grant permissions. And what you can do is you can keep your files in there and all sorts of different assets you can keep in there. It helps prevent copyright infringement, all sorts of filters and things you can put on your files. But at any rate, what would happen is it allows simultaneous access to the same file. It also allows it acts as a shared folder. So basically what you could do is you could put the latest file in. So if you're working on a file in InDesign and then you want to pass it off to a collaborating designer, you put it in the DAM. They grant access to it. They see when you posted it, the time date, the timestamp. They'll know that's the latest because it will replace previous editions unless you tell it not to. So that designers know they're always working on the latest iterations, right? So that's DAM, but unfortunately we don't have access to DAM. So what we can do is this, is you can set up a shared folder using Dropbox or Google Drive or something like that, and you can access therein. Now, what I would recommend you do if you decide to do that is make sure that if anybody is posting there and you're sharing documents and working on documents, make sure you back up those documents in case somebody loses it, and also make sure that you timestamp the latest iteration. So for example, if you're working on an InDesign document on Friday, October 9th at 3:42 p.m., what you can do is you can go to when you're done with it, you drop it into you drop it into a shared folder, and then that way Elizabeth can access the shared folder. She can see that that's the latest document, the one you're working on, and that's the one that she should continue on. Now, this is a kind of a risky thing because you're really depending on the file not getting damaged or destroyed or lost or crashed or anything like that. So definitely want to back up the file before you decide to use a shared folder. Shared folders, it really depends on the confidence you have on your team. As I said, if somebody grabs a file and starts working on it and they mess it up or delete it or something, then we're kind of out of luck. So that said, I might even say that just based on the time constraint, the learning curves associated with a shared folder and with a DAM, I would say it might be just as expeditious. It might be just as easy for you to just share these files via email. Okay, sound good? All right, let me know your thoughts here. If you have any questions, please let me know. But keep up the fantastic work, Whitney. You're doing great. You're probably you're probably the best team lead I've had in terms of keeping your team organized and just keeping things rolling that I've seen while teaching this class. And I teach this class a lot, so excellent work. All right, Whitney, hope I answered your question. Let me know. Thank you very much.